Hello everyone, GumbleFan15 here, and today I'm going to be doing my review on the Zaku 2 and Big Gun Gundam Thunderbolt version. This kit took me about a little over a month to build. Probably would have been a little bit less, but you know, when you're painting you have to rely on the weather sometimes, and there was a few weeks there where it was just very cold and very rainy. So, in other words, he is done, and I really like the way that he came out. You know, for a high grade, it had a pretty good amount of detail for it. You do get quite a bit of stuff with this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this video up into, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 parts, and show you everything you get. First thing I'm going to do is talk about the Zaku. And here he is in all of his glory. As far as painting goes, I guess I'll talk about that first. The black here, bring him just a little bit closer. Anything on the black here and on his knees and feet area, I used Tamiya semi-gloss black right there. For his dark gray on his weapons and his backpack, I used Tamiya dark gray. For it's more on the big gun, so I'll save that paint for a second. But as far as his dark shade of green on his chest and skirt armor, I used Tamiya black green. Came out pretty well. I really like how dark it is. And for the light green here, I could not find it in any other form. Then I remembered that Model Masters focuses more on more militarized looks, and I happened to find this light grun RLM. Not sure. Anyways, but it's the right shade of green for the Zaku, at least for what I had in mind. So came out a little bright at first, but then once I sprayed the top coat on it dulled it out and it came out really well. And I love the color separation on all of these. The 2 shades of green mixed in with the black. It was amazing. Oh, and on his, I guess his inner frame here, or on the tubes in Thunderbolt, they had the, I don't know, the special fabric that's supposed to go around them, around the energy cables. But in this, it's just an actual piece of plastic on all these parts. So what I did to color that is I sprayed it with enamel black metallic, and then sprayed it with the flat coat. So can't really see the metallic parts on it, but it's still pretty good. As far as articulation goes, it is a high grade, so you're not going to have that much articulation. His head can pretty much just turn about that far. About that much up and down movement, so not that much. The mono eye, you can pop the head up, and there's a little switch in there so you can move it left or right. Doesn't have to be in the center. His shoulder armor, all this piece can do is just rotate front and back, and that's about it. And as far as movement of the arm, you can move him about up to there and about down to there. And that's as far as you're going to get up and down with this because of his shoulder armor right here. Forwards, come forwards pretty far. That's good. As far as backwards though, you can only go about there until you run into the backpack. So, normal movement here, nothing special. Nice up and downward movement on his elbow right here. Same thing on this side. This chest, or not chest armor, is shoulder armor, pauldron, I guess you call it. Can move just like that. That's about it for there. And same, you know, upwards, downwards movement. His skirt armor, his front skirt armor, you could have done 2 things with it. You could have left it together like I did, so that when you move one, the other side moves 2. Or you could have actually cut the piece in the middle to where each one moves individually. But I didn't really care much to do that, so I just left it alone as it is. Side skirt armor can't really move all that much. It can come forward a tiny bit, about that far, and then back in. And the rear skirt armor doesn't move at all. Legs. Oh yeah, all these yellow right here, that's all stickers to I guess replicate the thrusters on there. So didn't feel like painting that. I didn't have the small enough paintbrush, so I just left it alone. But as far as movement in the legs go, you can move him about there. So about that far. And his leg can come back about to there. So decent movement. And it is a double movement up here, so when this one moves, you get this one to move too. Alright, then the energy cables, this is one thing I didn't particularly care for. The way that they go in there is there's these pegs, and they just go into the hole, and he's sitting there, and they can just move around all they want. Same thing with up here at the backpack. Didn't really care for that, but it is what it is. And feet, that's about as much movement as you're going to get with these feet, as far as forwards and backwards goes. Side to side, a little bit, so not too bad. And, okay, his backpack. The only articulation you get here is his fuel tank right here. I think it can spin around, but I like it where it is, so I'm just going to leave it. Go up, down, a little bit of side to side. And this flap right here, which is going to hold his heat hawk, can move a little bit up and down like that. As far as painting for this, the gold, I just used Tamiya gold leaf. So, came out really well. And all these right here are stickers. Thruster pieces right here, and as far as this right here, it's all stickers. So, came out pretty well. As far as weapons you get for him, of course you get your typical Zaku 2 machine gun. Handle here can move out like that. Scope can move side to side. His bazooka comes with this this cartridge pack, which you can take off if you wanted to. And his scope right here can move left or right. You know, like so. And same thing with his handle, this extra handle right here. Just like that. Oh, and this little piece right here. So you get that for the weapons, and oh, come on. And his beam tomahawk here. So my first attempt at masking, because this was all just one piece, and it was all in one color gray, so I had to do part of it gray and then mask it and do another part yellow. And it came out pretty decent. I mean, it's not perfect, so I'll definitely have to improve on that. But I think all in all, it came out pretty well. And as far as hands go, you get, what's that? 1, 2, 3, like 4 or 5 different sets of hands. One of them's like this, little trigger finger, closed fist, and second part of a closed fist. But you only get, I think, enough of the top part up here for 3 of them. So, alright, now I'm going to pause this here, and I'm going to bring up the big gun. And here's the big gun. And it is a big gun. I mean, when it's standing next to the Zaku, yeah, it's pretty big. Alright. As far as painting for this, all the dark gray was with that Tamiya dark gray. This light gray up here, I used Tamiya sky gray. And right in here, there's 2 pieces in the center of these 2. They came in like a purplish type color, but I didn't like that, So I decided to do a second shade of silver, so I just used a Tamiya titanium silver. You can't really see it that well, but I know it's there, so that's what counts. A lot of panel lining opportunity on this, and on the Zaku too. All up and down in here, all here, these pieces, all over this centerpiece. Sorry, get my camera to focus. All down in here. Lots of stickers for this guy. Yeah, stickers there, bunch of stickers up here, down here. As another, these pieces right here, these little antennas, I had to do masking on them too, because they just came in that solid gray, so I did gray, and then I think a Model Master insignia yellow is what I used for this. So, pretty cool there. Oh yeah, and up here, your scopes, these aren't stickers, these are actually 2 clear red plastic pieces that you get. So I think that was really nice how they did that instead of just giving you regular foil stickers to put in there. As far as articulation goes, on his legs here, they're held together by screws right here and right there. So they can move up and down like so, however you want them to, right there. Same thing with right here. Whatever angle you want it at, you can do it. I'm going to have to figure out the angle to get him to put in there again. So anyways, get that there. He can spin pretty much all the way around. That's however you want him to be aimed at. And last piece of articulation is right here. This little handle can come down like so, and backwards and forwards like that. That's pretty much all you get with him. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause this and set him up to his holding position to let y'all see that. Okay, and here he is all put together with his big gun. Took a little finagling to get the angle just right, but I mean, it's however you want him to look. I wanted it to be more up towards his eyesight right here, looking down this scope. So, it gives you a certain hand to use for holding the trigger on this backside. And this hand right here is just a regular open hand. It just slides into this peg right here. But yeah, that's how he looks, and it looks pretty cool, I gotta say. Get you see him from a different angle a little bit. There you go. Doesn't look menacing. Does to me, so. But that is all for him. Oh, no, it's not. One last thing I forgot. All of his weapons, when he's using the big gun, store right here on his backpack. His Heat Hawk stores right here on the back of this little flap that I showed you earlier, as well as his machine gun on the same flap, and then on the fuel tank is where his bazooka goes. So that's everything for him. So you really don't have pieces lying around. That's pretty cool. Alright. Well, this was a long process, but I'm glad it's finally over. And I really like how he turned out. And I hope the guy I did this for does too. Alright, y'all. Sorry it took so long between videos. I know it's been about a month since I put up my last one, but I've just been really busy with this one. Alright, well, that's about it. So, as always, don't forget to subscribe for more content. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. There'll be a link in the description, as always, to our Facebook group, Mississippi Gundam and Gunpla. Make sure to go and check that out. Alright, y'all, and with that, I'll see you guys next time.